In the town on the hill where the apples grow, the church bells ring every hour or so. I took a little walk just to see the ships coming in. The sun rose up right above the highway, black, blue, red, yellow, golden skyway. It's like the day that you jumped into me. I can't go back down to that water. These old muddy shoes keep on walking the streets. Someone's bride buying Egyptian sheets. The window display with some little store in town. There's my reflection against the morning light. Hello, Mr. Ghost, Mr. Skeleton White. You better comb your hair, you better wipe that George Clay off your brow. You better stand up straight, man, these people hardly recognize you. Lord, carry me like a sailing ship, comfort me before I slip down the dark side of the moon. All this spinning around hurts my head. I just sit here lonesome for you. There's a million things I would rather do instead. I know it takes a lot to change a worried mind, and I know it takes a year to see the warm summertime. But I made of nails, man, made a tombstone and tall, tall trees. But the tombstone fades and the nails will rust. The tall oak trees, they all turn to dust. A little every day, it's so slow you can't even see. I guess I'll try to find another thing to be. Lord, carry me like a sailing ship, comfort me before I...
Today, we are working on something that I am really excited about. Last year was our first year back in Alaska, and we didn't have the time to work on a garden last year. This year, we do-ish. Well, we're gonna make time for it. We miss gardening. We haven't really gardened for probably 2 years. We had a small balcony garden when we lived at the apartment temporarily, but nothing on the scale that we normally like to have. I shared with you guys before that we did not start seedlings this year. We don't have a greenhouse built yet. That's the plan for this summer. And I don't have the space inside the cabin to do seedlings where the cats won't annihilate them. We're actually gonna buy starts for our little raised beds that we're building today. I have a good friend, him and his girlfriend do a really big greenhouse every year. And what we're actually gonna do is put them right out front here in front of the cabin. We are still working on clearing the trees we downed and leveling the land down there for the greenhouse. And for the sake of keeping an eye on them because of the moose and everything, I think it would be better to have them up near the cabin. We are gonna be putting up a fence with an electric fence to keep the moose out, but I still think it'll be better if they're closer to the cabin. The dogs are always out here. They'll let us know if something's going on. But anyway, I'm excited. Bradley, you are relentless. No, because if I do it once, then you never stop. Bradley, you have a fetch addiction. You need to call the FAA. Fetch Addiction Anonymous. We see a chicken down in the cluster of downed trees. We have a couple girls that are hiding their eggs from us. We found a couple stashes where we keep the hay, and we're gonna see if she's got a little nest down here too. We don't see any eggs yet. We'll find them though one day. We'll find them. So down here, the previous owner of our property had the pond dug out a little bit. I think they used like an excavator, and they dug out the pond to make it bigger. And all of that soil was just dumped right here, right in front of the cabin. But what's really cool about it is this soil is almost like a peat moss. It's dark and rich and really mossy, spongy in certain parts. And there are earthworms and mushrooms, which means this is a very healthy environment down here. So we're definitely going to be utilizing some of this as part of our amendment to the soil, the topsoil that we had delivered the other day. I mean, there's plenty of it to go around. And Joe and I actually have some potatoes that are starting to sprout, and we're going to come down here and just stick them in the mountain into this soil and just see what happens. We've got them, so why not? I am jumping inside really quick to get my daily dose of AG1. AG1 is an awesome way to get in those essential vitamins and minerals that your body desperately needs. One of the things that I love most about AG1 is that it's everything all in one delicious drink. Another thing I love about AG1 is that it's so easy to incorporate into my daily routine. It just keeps me using it. All you need is 8 ounces of water, your lovely AG1 green powder, and this beautiful little shaker cup, and you shake it up and you drink it, and that's all there is to it. And not only are you getting everything that your body needs, it tastes really good. AG1 is loaded with 75 vitamins and minerals, whole food sourced ingredients, probiotics, and adaptogens in one simple daily serving. I've shared with you guys before that I stumbled upon AG1 when I was looking for something to support my gut health. So having AG1 as my daily foundational source of vitamins and minerals has really helped me to overcome some of the symptoms that I was experiencing. It supports your immune system, your energy, your focus, and your recovery. You've been thinking about trying AG1, I want you guys to head down to my video description and click my link. When you click my link, you're gonna get 5 free travel packs of AG1 plus a year's supply of the vitamin D3 K2 for free with your first purchase. If you like to keep things simple, you can also click the QR code with your phone in the bottom of the screen, and it will take you right to AG1's website where you can place your order today. So not only do I have the peace of mind knowing that I'm getting everything in my body that I need from AG1, I've got the peace of mind knowing that Joe is getting it as well. I'd like to thank AG1 for sponsoring today's video. I'm gonna go give Joe his dose of AG1. You guys don't forget to check out the link in the video description and let me know if you decide to try it out. Already down there catching the frogs, huh?
Yeah.
Look at them. Cute.
Good.
You can't move your finger.
I'm saying over that way.
That's so off. Stop. Why do you have to make faces? You made me nervous. I feel so judged. Whoopsie. Sorry about that.
Not my first time.
Caught behind Venetian blinds, out of reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong. Hey, look at me, man, what I've become. I've been running weeks, looking for a sunset, digging deep since '99. What I thought was gone
inside all alone. I think it's time for me to go and burn all bridges. All I know, I got lost along the way, fell between the phone, pulling stitches. Time to let go, so come what may. Don't look before you leave. What you give, you get to keep. So long, farewell, bye-bye. Let's have a toast for those lost old highs. And my crooked little heart, it seems so rebellious, is falling apart right now. I'm bleeding, an easy kill, gonna leave it all behind. It's time for me to go, burn all bridges. All I know, I got lost along the way, fell between pulling stitches. Time to let go, so come on.
All right, we're making progress out here, aren't we, Joe?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that was a little exciting, Joe. I heard you loud and clear that time.
Yes!
Oh, baby, no, stop it. Are you okay?
I thought you said you couldn't hear me.
Babe, you're in a good mood today, Joe. I'm kind of digging this. How come you're so excited? Are you excited for a garden? Well, Joe's been making progress. We just had a neighbor stop in for an impromptu cup of coffee, so I got a little sidetracked, but I'm back. Joe continued work, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 raised garden beds. The clouds have rolled in, and it's chilly when the sun goes bye-bye. So now we just have to figure out how we want to position them up here in front of the cabin, and then we've got to get them filled up with all the things that we're going to be using to amend the soil. I'm excited, it's all coming together. And then we do have to go and get some electric fencing so that we can make sure to keep the moose out. Nene. What are you doing? Hello, Peter. Oh, yeah. Does that feel good, Mama? Does that feel good? Hi, Lizzie.
I ain't never felt a kind of love like this before. You took all the worries from my mind. Darling, please forgive me if I stare a little more. I can't look away from those brown eyes. And if we settle down, we don't have to settle down. Please don't be afraid of all the things that could go wrong. We can take our time and we may change our mind. But I can tell a good thing when a good thing comes along. Darling, tell me all about the dreams you had last night. You can be so restless in your sleep. I ain't going nowhere, always feels so very right. When you find good love, it's the one that you should keep. And if we settle down, we don't have to settle down. Please don't be afraid of all the things that could go wrong. That we can take our time, and we may change our mind. But I can tell a good thing when a good thing comes along. If I ever hurt you, dear, oh, I apologize. Heaven knows I ain't no perfect man. I can't take another night without you by my side. Please come home as quickly as you can. And if we settle down, we don't have to settle down. Please don't be afraid of all the things that could go wrong. We could take our time, and we may change our mind.
The work of Jesus Christ continued, even after he returned to his Father, but it could only continue as his followers were faithful in proclaiming the gospel. One afternoon, they went up to the temple to pray. As they went through the gate called Beautiful, they saw a lame beggar sitting there. The lame beggar who sat there that day was more than 40 years old. But I will give you what I have. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, rise up and walk. He stood up, all by himself on his own 2 feet.
King Xerxes ruled over the 127 territories in his kingdom. The military leaders of Persia and Media garden of the king's courtyard. It was for all the people.
What'd you get on 2, 3, 4, and 5?
Past, present, past, future.
Good. So it says he will pick ultimate frisbee for recess, of course. Remember, of course is just something added. It doesn't need to be there.
We need a comma before.
Yeah, because the sentence would still make sense without of course, right? He will pick ultimate frisbee for recess. You could have put a period there and been done with it, but they said of course. So yes, you put a comma before it.
Charlie's. Apostrophe S.
Yes, apostrophe S.
Preachers. S apostrophe.
Yes, because 9 times 9 equals 81, right? Then we're going to split those up and find the factors. What are the 2 factors of 9?
3.
3. I am finally finished up with school for the day with Parker. I'm so excited, you guys. It's almost summer break. We do school through the month of May. Sometimes I'll do the first week of June. Sometimes I'll just say, meh, and we won't. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay sometimes to do that, but I'm excited because we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. For homeschoolers out there, you know, like at the end of the year, we're all burnt out. Not just the children, but the homeschooling parent we're burnt out. It has just been a long, beautiful year of educating Parker, absolutely. But I'm ready for a break and I'm super excited for summer just to have the freedom and the daily routine. And I know Parker's excited too. As you can see from this morning's footage, Joe is continuing work on the pantry little by little here and there. We've got most of the wood paneling up and we're gonna be doing the ceiling and the top of the pantry as well, like we did in the kitchen. The wood planks, I think it's tongue and groove, but it just gives it that rustic open rafter feel, which is what we want. And then we also got tile for the flooring in the pantry. And that was something I was going to mention to you guys because we've talked about the things that we're going to do to renovate the cabin. One of them is the floor. Absolutely, the flooring. It's horrific. First of all, the color is super dark. So all the dirt and all the things show up all day long, you know? Like, I'm okay with having flooring that hides stuff. We can hide stuff. I'm good with hiding stuff. But this flooring doesn't hide anything. And it's the type of flooring that as soon as you wash it and it dries, it looks like you didn't even clean it. It has that chalky look. It's starting to separate and fall apart. It's cheap. It's just horrible. So we put pine flooring in our new master bedroom addition. You guys probably remember that. And while that is absolutely beautiful and we love it, I don't think we're gonna do that throughout the rest of the cabin. The reason being, we do not have an Arctic entry on this cabin. And for anybody that lives in Alaska or in a cold climate for that matter, you know what happens during spring breakup. The mud struggle is real. Just traipsing in and out, and as much as we try to keep things clean, the mud is horrible. So what we're gonna do is be putting in some tile that looks like wood. It's like wood tile, and it's really pretty. And I know that some of you might say, Tina, that's gonna be super cold. You don't wanna do tile in Alaska. While I would normally agree with you, you guys have to understand that the cabin is warm in the wintertime. This wood burning stove is unbelievably hot. Most of the time we're cracking windows in here to try to cool it down. So I always wear slippers. You guys know I'm a slipper person. From the time I step out of bed in the morning until the time I go to bed at night, I've got slippers on my feet because my feet are always cold anyway. So I don't walk around barefoot. We don't walk around barefoot in the cabin anyway. So we're not really worried about the floors being cold. I think that the tile will be beautiful, and I think that it will be functional, easy for us to clean. It'll be durable. It'll withstand the mud and all the things that we do to the flooring in here. We are going to be filling the garden boxes today with the soil that we had delivered and also some amendments that we're going to make to it. And then I think Joe is working in the sheep pasture this morning. We're just opening up the fence and putting in a gate because we don't have a gate in the sheep pasture that's big enough for the tractor to fit through. And we've got a big pile of manure and straw in there that we want to utilize for the garden boxes. So I'm pretty sure that's what Joe's been up to. So we're going to be putting in a permanent gate on the sheep pasture. We have this cement and everything to do the pole, but for today, Joe doesn't want to deal with this cement and having to wait for that to dry because we're trying to get the tractor into the sheep pasture so we can pick up all those piles of straw and manure that we have in there that we want to utilize in the garden beds.
Hello, beautiful girl. Hello, Sarah. Where's everybody else at, huh?
Phoebe is getting a haircut on Monday. We are getting her sheared, and we actually have a professional shearer that's coming out to the property to shear her and cut all of the sheep's hooves. And come to find out, this guy, he comes to Alaska once a year for like, I think it says like 8 to 10 days at a time, and he shears everybody that books with him. So it is very affordable. When I found out how affordable it was, I'm like, why are we doing this ourselves again? Because this is a lot of work. It is back-breaking work for Joe and I. A professional shearer can shear a sheep like that. Me and Joe, it takes us about, I don't know what, 45 minutes to an hour per sheep. So I'm excited. Phoebe's going to get sheared by the professional on Monday, and then next year we are going to use him to do the whole flock. The tractor has really been a lifesaver around the homestead for Joe. Back in the day, Joe would have got a wheelbarrow and a shovel, and we would have done loads of dirt if we needed dirt. And this thing just takes all the work out of it. The other thing that's been great with the tractor is it's helped Bradley, our dog, get over being afraid of loud noises and heavy equipment. You guys remember when we came across country to move to Alaska, we used to call them the truck monsters. All the semi trucks at the rest stops, any kind of tractors, buses, anything that was loud like that would send him into a frenzy, and he would tear off, and we would just have to go find him and catch him.
Did you make a friend?
That's what he was digging for. Bradley, where did you find that? What are we gonna do, just like put a chain around it?
Just something, a rope or something.
Yeah. Did you see that? If we had a tractor a long time ago, we could have done things so much faster. It just pushed it right in the ground like it was butter. Okay, these mosquitoes. All right, we're getting there with these garden boxes. I'm super excited to see them coming together. So the branches and all the twigs and everything not only helps take up space in the garden box, so we're not having to use so much soil to fill them, but over time they break down and they add nutrients to the soil that are good for the plants. So we're doing a layer of that, a layer of topsoil, and then we're gonna be going down towards the pond area. I shared with you guys before, the previous owner dug a bunch of that soil out to make the pond bigger, and the soil that they pulled out is rich and nutrient dense. There's worms and mushrooms, and a lot of the areas of it have like a mossy type texture, almost like a peat moss. So it's gonna be great to help with drainage in the garden boxes and also kind of retaining moisture. And then we're going to be adding sheep manure and straw. We've got a lot of sheep manure to go around, and as I said before, sheep manure can be added straight to the garden boxes. It does not have to be composted. It's much like rabbit manure, so it's perfect. I mean, these sheep really give a lot to the homestead. Meat, dairy, wool, manure for the garden. They're just all around an awesome homestead animal. It's that time of year. We have all the migratory birds coming in and lots of different ducks and cranes and things, and that's one of the things that is wonderful about the clearing in the pond area is they love to frequent the pond and bathe down there and eat, and it's just really fun to watch them. So Parker is down there catching more frogs. He's got his little friend over today playing, so they're down in the pond barefoot and getting dirty just like kids should be. Okay. Okay, Joe. Whatever you say, Mr. Joe. Babe, quit dropping the soil on the ground.
I told you we're gonna come through and grab it.
Just kidding, Joe. Babe, it is getting cold out here.
Suck it up, man.
It's gonna rain.
It's gonna warm up once you get pumping some dirt out. Tip this thing down a little bit. Are you backed into it?
Oh, really?
To the gate. Hey!
I see him. Sarah! Sarah! I guess I'm chopped liver after she had her bottle. I thought she loved me, Joe. It's not me that she loves, it's my formula. Oh. A little blood meal in it. I don't know if we have enough for all these beds though. Yep, I'll be your fence holder, Joe. I'm always your fence holder, Joe. You know? You can count on me. #1 fence holder. You're so handsome like this, Joe. I like to see you like this. You know how much editing I'm gonna have to do? Okie dokie, artichoke. Let's do it.
Look at the amount of dirt I just got in my boot.
You hopped all the way over here to tell me that. You talk to people, Joe?
No, I ain't talking to nobody.
Baby!
No.
Joseph!
No!
Oh! So serious! We've got most of the siding up and we're... Can you go get that? All right, so we're getting there with these Bardengoxes. Babe, I said Bardengoxes.
Yeah, you never had one of those?
We're riding to the prairie. Are we going to the prairie, Joe? We gotta go into town, get Doc Baker. Ma's hurt. Come on, get out!
Break the board.
What? Are you insinuating that I'm heavy?
It's not an insinuation.
That was an insinuation because clearly it's not true. I've got a nice physique. Oh, I love you, Joe. Joe, I love you.
Today.
Joseph,
So today.
I love you, Joe. Yes, Joe, today. I love you today, Joe. Oh, you ain't got no abs, Joe. You ain't got no abs. Ah! Okay, maybe you do. 24 years I've been riding on this horse with you, Joe. 24 years. Well, you're supposed to bounce with me, so we're riding a horse.
Go.
You got the reins? Well, we're here at Doc Baker's. Dr. Watson, I'm gonna need a hand here in the surgical room. We've got a little bit of a situation here. We're gonna have to open him up. He's asleep, he shouldn't hear anything. Sir, can you hear me? Let's see if he's asleep. Oh my God, he put his tongue in my mouth. Put you down here. Take this gently to the next room and fix his heart and bring it back. Sir, I have to put your heart back. You need to sit still, sir. Close him up. Now we're gonna sew him up. Sir, you're all better. Sir? Sir. Uh-oh.
Oh, I might have shot
Run.
his heart.
Idiots.